still on to Friday's edition of Delta TV's flagship program, Morning Ride. Now, in a country of vibrant culture and rapid growth, Nigerian women are doing something exceptionally beautiful. Now, they are pushing limits, shattering glass ceilings, and defying expectations. From business to politics, from art to science, they are making waves. But what's the reality behind these headlines? What are the barriers they face? And how are they breaking through? Well, we have someone who will be doing justice to these matters. On the topic, breaking barriers, the reality for the Nigerian woman. And we are being joined by Ambassador Tina Uche, who is the chairperson, Family Values Renaissance and Empowerment Initiatives. Good morning, ma'am. Welcome.
Good to have you.
Welcome, ma. So when you look at the term breaking barriers, most especially looking at the female folk and also having it at the back of our minds that this Sunday is the International Women's Day celebration. So when we say breaking barriers, now in simple layman's terms, what do we mean by that?
Breaking
Barriers. Yes.
Let me go back to your intro. I was smiling that intro that Nigerian women are doing great.
Yes, we are.
And looking at the theme, first and foremost, the theme for this year, International Women's Day, it is give to gain.
Give to gain.
Give to gain. Nigerian women are out there giving and are ready to give more. But are they gaining enough? Let me start by saying that when you invest in women's safety, rights, and leadership, you are strengthening societies as a whole. Talking about barriers,
Yes.
let us concentrate on Nigeria. I don't want to say what of things there because we cannot. The barriers as far as Nigerian women are so much. They cut across. Is it politics? Is it workplace? The barriers as far as the society placed. The society, forget about the cultural. Yes, we have the cultural. And with advocacy, thank God, we are trying to get into some of these areas that they have this strong cultural, inhuman treatment to women. But the barriers are still much, irrespective of the fact that so many Nigerian women are so empowered mentally, economically, financially. Although we are not there, we are still advocating for women empowerment, even self-empowerment first. But talking about barriers, the barriers are so much, and Nigerian women are still struggling. Let me take one example. Every time I had the opportunity of coming here to speak on International Women's Day, I cannot do without talking about the percentage we have as women in Senate, all the houses. I will not stop talking because we've not improved. And look at the ones that made it to be there. You see one woman, what that woman is going through. Because it is a taboo for them in this part of the climb to want to make it, to dare to make it, to determine to make it. She determined to be there. She's so sound, she's so intelligent, you see what she's doing in her constituency. Still, the fight against her is still on. Why dare you? Okay, now, if she does not have the backing of the husband, she would have chickened out. Look at the few others.
Yes.
Majority of them, are they speaking? Because they don't have that all it takes. So let me stop there about barrier.
Okay,
We are still
that brings me
struggling.
me to the next question, a minute, Lilibeth. Now, we talked about barriers, and you know that these barriers are hammering a lot on the female folk. Now, in addition to these barriers, now, how do societal expectations impact Nigerian women's choices and opportunities?
we talk about the law.
Mhm.
I always say and will continue to say, as far as some of these hindrances or barriers against the women are there. But you want to ask me, what does the law say?
We can go that way if you
What
want
does
to.
the law say? There are laws of certain things. It's just about the culture, eradication. Let's take, for instance, widowhood.
Okay.
Widowhood.
Mhm.
Some areas, they've made law. Even women inheritance,
Okay.
female inheritance.
Okay.
The laws are there for some of these things we are talking about. But the question is enforcement. How is the enforcement? And you can't do much without one backing or the other. Look at the one that is treading all over the place. I cannot do without mentioning it. For instance, the men are sitting on the law and enforcement. A woman did a job. It was alleged, but
Yeah.
it had been confirmed that this struggling woman, this woman that dared to make it, that don't want to depend on men, he did a job. It was confirmed. For how many years? Pay my money. They still want to do the other one. And the law is not there against such a thing. If not social media, because this thing has been on.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody say, why are you coming out now? The woman had been complaining, the woman had been talking, the woman had been begging. After doing the work, is the law not there? So talking about barriers, you find out that it's like, do I say the men folk support suppressing the woman? And that is the barrier. In a situation you find yourself amongst them, for you to have the guts, that's another thing. For you to dare, for you to determine to make it to whatever top, to whatever level. So, that is the situation. Had it been there's a lawyer on set now, he want to quote law for me. Then after quoting the law, I want to ask about enforcement, because we are in the field. We know
Practical.
what, yes.
Practical.
Yes. So I cannot, okay, let me not go there.
Go there.
Let me take you people there. Because as an advocate against domestic violence, against rape,
It's
child
right.
abuse, I cannot go to any place without mentioning these things. Because when you are talking about the barriers the women are facing and continue to face, from here now I'll be going to a school where a child is being abused. A teacher called me because we're educating the teachers. That in your class, that child that is vibrant, that is always agile, then suddenly is withdrawn. Suddenly there's wound on that child. Please go further. Not just academics. Go further to find out. I was called yesterday. From here I'll be going to the school to meet them so that to know that same law. Because we make arrest. At the end of the day, some settlements will be done. Let me not take you away from
Okay.
it. It's all about women.
Yeah, it's all about women,
Yes.
and we need to come out and protect our women,
Yes.
especially the young girls
Yeah.
who cannot speak for themselves.
Um,
We are their mouthpiece and their protector.
Absolutely.
the traditional role of a Nigerian woman is heavily influenced by patriarchal system, which is a system that is run by male, placing her primarily as a nurturer, a housekeeper, and a dependent. That is where they have placed the women for. Now, in your opinion, how would you define the traditional role of the Nigerian woman?
The traditional role of a Nigerian woman is clear from the beginning. But the problem is the time during our mother's time. It's not the same here, and the present
Then and
situation.
now,
Yes. The primary role of the woman is still there as a wife. When a girl child is giving birth, a mother, a wife, and the keeper of the home. But with the economic reality on ground, before we used to have full-time wife, the men have to go to work. And that's why some men acquire so many wives so that they can work in the farm after they come back home. But with the situation of things now, the woman needs to go out and work. But talking traditionally, the role of a woman, God the ordained role of the woman to be the mother and the keeper of the home. There are some women that are still juggling all these things. We have so many of them. So the traditional role of the woman is still there. It's still there. But we discover that with modernization, some may decide not to play that role. It's a choice. A lady may decide not to get married. When you are talking about traditional role, getting married, giving birth, and nurturing the children, they may decide not to get married. And there are many ways to have even children, or one or two, without even getting married. But talking traditionally, the role is still there.
Now, we talk about submission.
Yes.
Do you feel that the concept submission is misunderstood or evolving in modern Nigerian relationships? Because most persons misunderstand that concept, submission. So,
you see, at a point in time, some people want to change the narratives to suit their whatever.
okay.
Talking about submission, let's go back to the scripture. That's where I saw my own. The men should love their wives, and wives should submit to their husband. But people will decide to take up anyone that suits them. I normally say it, and I'll continue to say it, that any woman that is loved, love comes first too, and the woman refuses to submit, that woman needs a medical evaluation. You cannot love a woman and the woman will not submit to you. So that submission is overrated, overemphasized.
It's like a cliche.
Yeah, people just take it. The people I'm referring to. They just take it to suit themselves.
Okay.
I still maintain it's only a woman that needs medical evaluation that will be loved and will not submit, because they go pari passu.
Okay, so time is no longer our friend. I need you to speak to this saying, because it's not just a saying, it has played out in the society, that a woman is a woman's greatest enemy. And we saw it come to play during the airport saga last year. While some people were of the opinion that that young lady was humiliated at the airport, some people left the humiliation and was talking about her dressing. And most of the people saying this were the female folk. So can you quickly speak to this?
Okay, I have to say it the way it is. I don't know whether it was here I said it, that women, majority, are weapon fashioned against women.
Okay.
Remember something happened at the Senate?
Yes.
It was the women that came out first
Yes.
to throw the woman under the bus.
Yeah.
So I want to speak to women. Even in politics, there's a woman leader was giving slots to pick women into certain positions. 10 slots, she gave the slot to men. When somebody cornered her and she said, "Why did you do that?" He said, "Tomorrow now they will start rubbing his shoulder
With her.
I said it. So I want to appeal to the women. Stop being weapon fashioned against each other. Let us try to solve, because we just say it for saying sake. Women supporting women, women supporting women. Look at this one that has gone viral. It's only one lady I saw at the forefront. Others are men that took it upon themselves before we could. So you find out that women they still have to go to men for support
Yes.
because the women. What in voting? When you go out to vote, look at the number of women. Then if a woman is at the ballot, do they vote for them? Because women are greater in number. So I want to tell the women, just like what you asked, let us start. Let us change our orientation.
Well,
Let
time
us
is
support.
time is not our friend. Sorry,
Yeah,
I've been
but
doing lots of
I wanted
interruption.
to throw a question about the VAP Act.
Okay, please.
Yeah, the VAP Act. Now, do you really think that this act provides enough protection against gender-based violence?
We have to start somewhere.
Okay.
We just have to start somewhere. Like, you didn't go to that area. Domestic violence and things like that. So we have to start somewhere.
Spousal
It's
battery.
yes.
Yeah.
So it's a good start, but we can do more.
Okay.
It's not enough because I need compensation because any time I found myself and the lawyers are there, we had a visit to the city of the state. We need more. As far as the victim or the survivor, either we call them victim or survivor is concerned, there's supposed to be compensation. Taking the person to the prison is not enough.
It's not enough.
Okay.
Yes.
We need compensation. So it's on paper, but we want it enforced.
So enforcement.
Yes. So talking about that, it's a good way to start, but we
Okay.
want them to do more. Because from time to time, they have to revisit whatever that is there with the situation of things. Because the situation is not good. When it comes to rape, defilement, I went to transfer a case, sorry to take your time. If you see the file of defilement, and when I say defilement, minors.
Minors.
1 year, 2 years, 3 years, rape. So it's not enough. What even they are giving is not enough. We need to revisit it because it's not getting better. What of domestic violence? Every day we are the police. Every day. And these are reported ones, so many of them, because the women have been caged not to speak up. The in-laws will come after the woman. You want to send your husband to prison. So that's why we are going to schools to tell the children to speak up to
Yes,
school.
on behalf of their
And
parents.
it's yielding results because the woman wants to keep the home.
Yes.
She wants to keep her marriage. So you want to send your father or your uncle to prison, they will cover it up.
Okay, so we would have loved to
Thank you
keep
so
you
much.
here. Like, this topic is broad that even
is.
2 hours would not be enough. But please, before you go, now there are lots of women that want to break from the shackles of these barriers that seem to be pressing them down in different fields of endeavors, talking about their marriage, their education, their work life, and all of that. Please, what is your message to these Nigerian women that want to break from these barriers before we go, please?
They should speak up
Okay.
because that's the advocacy now. They should speak up. They should not. Last week, arrests were made, women that came up. So there are advocacy centers. They can always get across to the people listening to us now, to the station. They know, it's just like I'm invited here because they know the areas I handle.
Yes.
They should speak up, tell somebody that knows somebody. We have cases of women that are speaking up now, but we have to do more enlightenment. They should speak up because there are agencies that are there for them to support them.
Okay.
It's better to live alive than to die young.
Than to die
Marriage is
silent.
not by force.
So in the words of Ambassador Tina Uche, it is important and it is pertinent that we speak up. The female folk should speak up. Thank you once again, Ambassador, for gracing our couch. We've been speaking with Ambassador Tina Uche, who is the chairperson of Family Values Renaissance and Empowerment Initiative, on the topic, Breaking Barriers, the Reality for the Nigerian Women. Now, before we go, Lilibeth, your last words.
Yes, the minute you realize your worth, you shift your energy to attract new people who respect your worth. Have a beautiful weekend.
Okay, borrowing a leaf from Lilibeth, the minute you realize your worth, you shift your focus to those who realize your worth. This includes associations too, and most importantly, take it one step at a time. Take it easy on yourself. We've never auditioned to be in the world before. This is our first time. So no matter how many times you fall, you can always go back to the drawing board and start all over again. On behalf of the production crew, my name is Perpetua Iboba. Morning Ride returns Monday morning, 7 a.m. bright and early. God bless you.